What's going on, guys? It's Coach Noob. Back in the building with another one. As usual, it's going to be jam packed full of jewels. And your time is always appreciated because you could be doing anything but you or me checking out these reviews. Yo, this one's it's another crazy one, man. It's about a guy who unalived his girlfriend at her job. So let's check it out.
A Jackson nursing home employee is killed when police say her boyfriend went to her job and confronted her. No one inside that facility was harmed. 3 on your side's Rosalind Anderson has the latest from Jackson Police. Rosalind.
Hey, man, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, decision making, bro.
Two families are now left devastated after Jackson police responded to gunfire at the Forest Avenue nursing home. According to Jackson police, the murder-suicide occurred around midnight Friday at Pine Forest Health and Rehabilitation. 20-year-old Destiny Deja Stewart was shot once in the head in the parking lot of the nursing home. Police say 29-year-old Samuel Coleman argued with Stewart before opening fires.
Look, man, 29 is super young, bro. 20 is super young, bro. At that age, you basically still have your whole life ahead of you for real. And then it started over argument. Come on now. Like, that's how they all start. The shit's getting old, man. And then it's a 20-year-old female, bro. There's more women out there, especially when you're 29. You shouldn't even be so focused on this one woman that she consumes all of your energy like that for you to make a negative decision and then ultimately make another negative decision and unalive yourself because you made one decision that was so messed up you felt like there wasn't any other way out and then you took your own life too. And at 29, bro, you should really be figuring out what you want to do in life and starting a career or something, or opening your business, whatever you're gonna do, man. Grinding. Can you have a girlfriend? Yes, but should should she consume that much of you to the point where you're not thinking clear? No. You know what I'm saying? You're always supposed to think logical and rational, bro. There's no if, ands, or buts about it, bro. And then we're talking about a 20-year-old girl, man. You can have plenty of them, bro. At 20 years old, you know, in this day and age, bro, we know a 20-year-old girl is not trying to get married to you, bro. She's trying to be outside. She wants to be free. She's young. She wants to live her life. Not even 21 yet, for real. Can't even buy liquor in the United States, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Go find a woman that you're more equally yoked with, you know what I'm saying? Mentally, physically, and spiritually. Obviously, you guys weren't seeing eye to eye, which is definitely going to happen when you're dealing with a younger woman, bro. And you have to be able to be okay with that. You have to move on, bro. Like, there's just really nothing else to say, man. Like, stop letting these females decide, you know what I'm saying, what's gonna happen to your future, bro. And what I mean by that is like when you're not thinking rationally and logically, bro, you start making crazy decisions, man. And unaliving somebody is one of them. Then turn around and unaliving yourself is another one. That's a crazy decision to make. And on top of that, for your last decision, bro, that's one of the craziest, if not the most crazy decision you could ever make. Is I'm just gonna unalive myself. Like, there's so much stuff you can be doing, bro, at 29, man. Worrying about a female should be the absolute last thing on your mind, bro. You should be worried about running up a bag, bro, at 29, man. And then if you did already have your bag up at that age, you wouldn't be worried about one 20-year-old girl, bro. Probably be on a yacht somewhere chilling with 20 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Fire. Investigators say Coleman then went to his car and shot himself. Stewart was a certified nursing assistant at the facility. Both were transported to a local hospital where they were taken off life support Saturday.
Damn, that's crazy. They was both on life support, both didn't make it, man. Off of one decision, bro, that it didn't take 29 years to make that decision, bro. It didn't even take 29 minutes, man. 29 seconds, even though, bro. It took a few seconds to think about that. And that's not, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're doing critical thinking, you're not thinking that way anyway. You're thinking about the best possible outcome for yourself and ultimately it for others too. So, when you're thinking logically and rationally, you would have just got up out of there, bro. You'd have been like, all right, you don't want to be with me, fine, I'm gone. It's plenty fish in the sea. Even if you have to go through the motions of being hurt or being heartbroken or whatever it is, bro, it's way easier on yourself to just go through that and, what I'm saying, come out the other end, bro, with a better perspective on females, on relationships and everything, man. How to deal with women, all of that, man. So, taking somebody's life is never the answer, and especially yourself. And like they were saying, two families are hurt now, bro, because even though you were young and she was young, it was still people depending on y'all, man. Y'all parents, if y'all had kids, anything like that, bro. Obviously the people at her job, what I'm saying, it was a health mental institution, nursing home, something where people, depend on you. And then, by you doing that, bro, it just seems like you ain't really had no motion going on to the point where you're not thinking that doing this is affecting anybody or anything, but really it is though.
Whatever the situation was, if she wanted to move on with her life or if she wanted to end the relationship with him, that should have been the end of it. It should not have been a situation where you got to take her life and then take your life.
Hey, don't always say that, bro. Let that be it, man. Even if it's gonna hurt, bro. Even if you gotta go through it, so what? You know what I'm saying? It happens, bro. When you're living life, bro. There's no like script that you can read off, and I mean, you can take somebody's blueprint to success and stuff like that, bro. But you know what I'm saying? We don't know what life holds, bro. That's really like the gift and the curse, bro. So when you make the right decisions and you do your thing, stuff good happens. But when you don't, negative stuff happens, bro. You what you think becomes your reality, man. And that's why it's so important to always think rationally and logically and have positive thoughts, man, so that when you do reap what you sow, it's positive, man. And yes, you're gonna go through stuff. Everybody goes through stuff. Everybody has problems, man. But at the end of the day, when you sit back and look, it's stuff that you put yourself in. You put yourself in every situation that you're in when once you reach a certain age of adulthood. You know what I'm saying? So keep yourself out of stupid shit, man. Especially like arguing with women and all that, because we know you're not gonna win an argument, bro. And yes, like the dude was saying, man, he should have just left it at that, man, and went on about his life. Is it easier said than done for some people? Yes, it is. Is it possible to do? Yes, it is, though.
Because now both families are destroyed forever here in the city of Jackson.
Change people's lives forever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even if you wasn't thinking about it, because the decisions you make affect you and everyone around you, bro. I always say that, man. This is just another example of how real it is.
Our repeated calls to Pine Forest Administration for comment have not been returned. JPD offers conflict resolution training each Monday at 6 p.m. at the Police Training Academy. Rosalind Anderson, 3 on your side.
Hey, it's Coach Noob. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're digging this kind of content. And your time is always appreciated because you could be doing anything, but you're here with me. Me checking out these reviews. So, until next time, I'm out.